Today's report not only included lower than expected numbers for the month of July, but huge downward revisions for June and May. As
only 73,000 jobs were added last month.
As those dismal jobs numbers came out, Donald Trump is firing the Commissioner of Labor Statistics, accusing the commissioner of faking the jobs numbers in a Truth Social post.
So do I even need to point out a topic? Do we need to discuss something specifically now that we have seen what, or should I just let you off the leash? Would you just like to have the floor? Why don't you take the floor and tell me where we sit today as a country and where you sit today as an American and how you feel?
Yeah, so we are sitting in a very dark place today as a country. I knew that it would be bad, but I had no idea that it would be this bad. I also think that it's incumbent upon every single American, Democratic, Republican, Independent, to push back. They are big and powerful in their ecosystem, their social media, all the places that they are. But where they're not is in your house. They're not in your neighborhood speaking. They're not at your church. They're not at your community center. They're not in your precinct. We are the people in those spaces. And so we have to have a big voice there too. But we have to be very deliberate in a strategy. So if you know their strategy is to overwhelm, then what is it that we're going to do? And I think people are waiting for the Democratic Party to tell them that.
We need Democrats, sensible Republicans, sensible independents, basically most of America minus 77 million brats. What we need right now is a national unifying figure. And boy, do we not have that. And so who is it? Who is it? Because somebody's got to be giving marching orders to everybody simultaneously. And I don't know who's going to emerge. Do you have a thought about who you'd like it to be and or who you think it will be?
The interesting thing is that we always want it to be a person. And I am of the idea that it should be multiple people, that it should be multiple people.
But let me just, I don't want to step on that because that's an important point and I agree with it. I'm saying, do we not both agree that one person nightly for the news to focus on and say this person, our leader, expressed this against Trump and just sort of the widespread thing? I don't know that I trust that thought.
Well, it's supposed to be Hakeem Jeffries, right? It's supposed to be Chuck Schumer. Now, Chuck Schumer, in my opinion, it has nothing to do with age to me. It just has something to do with just someone who has the ability to pull people in with vigor and enthusiasm and fight. And I don't see that. And Hakeem Jeffries is actually very good. We just need to see more of him. But I think the question is, if you don't watch MSNBC, where do you see that person? You see Donald Trump and those people everywhere. They're everywhere. And it doesn't feel like we're everywhere.
We have a, if you will, from my producer world, we have a stable of stars, but there needs to be the point person at the top, and then the stable of stars say, it's just like what we're hearing from point person at the top, gays and lesbians, people of color, whoever speaks best to whomever. I feel that infrastructure got toppled and it's not been rebuilt yet. So I'm with you, but I think that everyone would be willing to get on board if it was Jeffries, because Jeffries has the position that sort of mandates him speaking for the party. So I look forward to him being that person, and then all of the other people from both ends of the Democratic spectrum, both, for now, just unifying under Jeffries and just saying, Jeffries is our leader. Look, the Democrats do this well. You will recall Pete, campaign over, I'm behind Biden. Amy, same thing, because this is what we were going to need to do to win, right? So I think that that's one of the major strengths of the A team in our party, is that they do demonstrate unity publicly.
I feel like we do basically a good job. I feel it is when I talk to friends and family, it feels weak. It doesn't feel fiery enough. People people want to feel like someone is fighting for you. And I get the whole hope and all of that stuff. But remember, even when President Obama talked about hope and change, it was fire. You felt it and you wanted to go with it. Um, so there is something about being able to inspire people to want to come along. So we can downplay what an inspirational leader is, but we need an inspirational leader. For whatever you think about Donald Trump, he is inspiring to his base.
I'll give
Right.
him that.
He's inspiring. He inspires them towards hate and all and chaos, but they're inspired. And my question is, who is inspiring the Democratic base? And today, until we get something else, what we all have to figure out is in our corners, in our places, in our precincts, do we have an opportunity to figure out how to inspire? If I went into my precinct and I said to them, "Do you know who Hakeem Jeffries is?" They would say, "Hakeem who?" If I asked them who anybody was, they would probably not have any idea. But if you start to engage in your community and you talk about democratic principles and what we want, what we're fighting for, they would know who I was if I did that. And then, so I think that there is something to figuring out how individuals, in the absence of what we all believe to be leadership, maybe the people that we're looking for is not these folks who are going to be there eventually, but maybe the people we're looking for is us. And I just feel like that's really pertinent right now.